Hey everyone, this is Daniel with A to Z Thrills with some big news and a slight prediction of what could be coming to Dorney Park in 2024. So if you guys didn't know, there were some permits that came out and was approved by the city of Allentown, Pennsylvania for a new roller coaster to be built at Dorney Park. There was also this video of the town meeting where one of the members had this to say.
We are not growing or expanding our park in any way. It will be roughly 161 feet tall. And we are working with a reputable ride manufacturer.
Wow, so not growing or expanding, but replacing on Singer's old plot of land. Also working with a reputable ride manufacturer. Also we heard roughly 161 feet in height. Let's break this down into different parts and come up with a guess ourselves. So if we take a look back at some of the reputable ride manufacturers over the past 10 years of Cedar Fair, we'll get a few names. B&M, GCI, RMC, Mach, Zamperla, and Gerschlauer. For B&M, we have Gatekeeper 2013, Banshee 2014, Fury 325 2015, Valraven 2016, and Yukon Striker 2019. For GCI, we have Gold Striker 2013 and Zambizzi Zinger 2023. RMC, we have 3 in 1 year, Still Vengeance, Railblazer, and Twisted Timbers. For Mach Rise, we have Coast Rider in 2013 and Copperhead Strike in 2019. For Gerschlauer, we have Hang Time 2018. And finally, rounding out our list is Zamperla, with the Wild Mouse coaster being built in 2023. With all that information, I would say there are 2 likely options. Now for the most part, everyone believes it to be B&M who will be taking over this project, but for which model, most believe is the dive coaster, which could make sense as the closest one to my knowledge is Valraven at Cedar Point. But when it comes to the heights of dive coasters, usually you're looking at about 200 feet, whereas this coaster is only having 161 feet. It still could be done, and if we take a look at the blueprints, we have the footers. If we connect the footers together, we can kind of see the shape of the ride coming together. And if we just guess what the ride layout could be, then yeah, we could have another dive coaster. But there's one thing that is bothering me about this, and that is each and every dive coaster that I've seen usually has 2 things in common. Number 1, they have a turn to go up to the lift hill and a turn to dive off the lift hill, which these plans do not have. Well, this part could be a dive off, and second, they almost always have an Immelman, which is essentially a half loop. And if you look at the blueprints, there really isn't anything for that until the middle. But maybe that's just me overlooking. But I did say there were 2 manufacturers that it could be. My next guess is RMC. Now, I don't think we're going to have a ground up iBox track, especially with Wildcat's Revenge being almost an hour away. But I do believe we could potentially have another single rail coaster on our hands. And it isn't far off. Yes, I know Jersey Devil exists, but that's still a couple hours away. Plus, the tallest single rail is in Magic Mountain at 131 feet. And this would be taller and faster, and what better way to bring in guests than with this beast? Now, looking at the same layout, I have highlights where some of those whippy inversions and turns could be. The first thing that caught my eye was this tight turn, which closely resembles the turn at Wonder Woman in Magic Mountain. Or that could be a dive drop, also like Wonder Woman. There are a few other parts for this blueprint that could have different inversions that are in place for a mid-course brake run, but that's just my thoughts. If you think it's something different, then please go ahead and comment down below and tell me what you think it is and why. As always, this is Daniel with A to Z Thrills. Keep calm and coaster on. Bye guys!